The Hesperides Celeste spacecraft set out on a normal mission to gather information and samples from undiscovered planets. The crew of the ship, which was outfitted with cutting-edge exploration technology, included scientists, biologists, and experts in xenobiology. During its journey, the celestial Hesperides came across a distant solar system that held a planet. The spaceship crew found an unusual atmospheric composition that indicated the presence of unusual organic molecules after doing a quick investigation. Enthralled by the prospect of unparalleled scientific breakthroughs, they made the decision to venture down to the planet and gather specimens. Though the planet's surface was covered in a rich unidentified biota, the landing was successful. After careful collection of samples, an alien organism that initially appeared to be a harmless fungus was found among them. The peculiar characteristics of this fungus creature, which would test scientists' comprehension of extraterrestrial biology, were unknown to them. At first, the analyses did not show any obvious danger. Therefore, the samples were kept on board the Hesperides Celeste for additional research. But as the ship got farther from the planet, indications that something was seriously wrong started to appear. The fungus samples started to exhibit indications of life, releasing tiny spores that spread around the ship. The impacts were first mild, with irregularities in health records and minor behavioral changes in the crew. When the effects of fungal infection were apparent, the real nightmare started. The crew started having bizarre delusions and horrific hallucinations. The alien fungus had penetrated the biological systems of the crew, impacting not just their physical forms, but also their mental states. Gradually, the nature of the fungus became apparent. It could alter the chemistry of its host brains to cause aggressive, psychotic, and paranoid states. The celestial Hesperides hallways turned into a maze of terrifying things. Despite desperate efforts, the alien organism spread too quickly to be stopped. The ship's AI and biological creatures were both susceptible to the fungus, even after the quarantine systems were turned on. Once a marvel of space exploration, the celestial Hesperides is now a terrifying floating prison. As the fungus contamination increased, the crew members' bodies underwent horrifying transformations. Unnatural limb contortions, lifeless, dull eyes, and warped voices reverberated throughout the corridors. All traces of mankind appeared to vanish along with them. The ship turned into a collection of fears come true. The distorted screams and strange murmurs that filled the celestial Hesperides' distress messages grew more and more unintelligible. When the surrounding ships saw the distress signals, they decided to keep their distance since they were afraid of the unknown danger coming from the infected ship. At last, the celestial Hesperides were silent, lost in space's obscurity. The ship was entirely overtaken by the fungal pollution, and it drifted like a ghost in space.